it's me Priya Hariprasad. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the world of economics. Hope that you all are fine, safe and happy. Today I am going to explain law of variable proportions. It is one of the most important laws regarding microeconomics. Okay, it is related to short-term production function. Before that, please try to subscribe my channel. Support my channel. Your support is my strength. Okay, then come let's learn together. Let's begin the class. Law of variable proportions. Okay. We already know that it is related to short-run production function. Law of variable proportions is related to short-run production function. In the short run, there will be only one variable factors and keeping all other factors constant. Because in the short run, producer cannot change all other factors. Only he can change labor units only in order to produce more units of output. Okay. Then so there will be only one variable factor, labor. So producer tries to maximize the level of output with changes in the level of labor units in the short run. During that time, producer has to pass us through three stages. That three stages only we have to learn in the law of variable proportions. Increasing, the stage of increasing and the stage of decreasing or diminishing or the stage of negative returns. Okay. In the stage of increasing, producer will produce a total product at a maximum amount of total product. In the first stage, total product increases at an increasing rate and average and marginal product will also increases. Okay. In the second stage, total product increases but at a diminishing or decreasing rate. Average and marginal product will decreases. That is the stage of decreasing or diminishing returns. And in the third stage, total product starts declining, marginal product will become negative. That is the stage of negative returns. These are the three stages we have to learn in the law of variable proportions. Okay. So law of variable proportions relates to short-run production function. In the short run, only one variable factor will be there, that is labor. Okay. Producer tries to maximize the level of output with changes in the level of labor units only in the short run, keeping all other factors constant. Okay. He cannot change all other factors in the short run. Okay. That's why, okay, he has to pass us through three stages, increasing, decreasing and constant, negative. Increasing, in the increasing stage, then TP increases at an increasing rate. Total product increases at an increasing rate. Average and marginal product will also increases. Then in the second stage, total product decreases or total product increases but at a diminishing rate or decreasing rate. That is the stage of decreasing returns. That's one more reason is that AP and MP will decrease in the second stage. Okay. In the third stage, total product starts declining, marginal product will become negative. Okay. Then we have to learn a table and a diagram regarding this law. In the table there are 4 columns. Quantity of output, total product, average product and marginal product. Okay. Then in the first stage there is no labor units used in the production process. That's why TP, AP and MP will be 0. Okay. Then in the second position, then producer have used 1 unit of labor in the production process. Total product is 20. Average product also 20. How we will get average product? TP divided by Q. AP is equal to TP divided by Q. TP divided by Q. 20 divided by 1, 20. Then how we will get marginal product? 20. How? 20 minus the previous stage of production. Okay. 20 minus 0, 20. Okay. And the second stage, producer used 2 units of labor in the production process. Total product is 50. 50 divided by 2, 25. AP. In order to get AP, we have to divide TP by Q. Then we will get 25. 50 by 2, 25. Then how we will get marginal product? The difference between the total product of 2 stages. Okay. 50 minus 20, 30. Got it? The third stage, 3 units of labor used, 90 is the total product and 90 divided by 3, 30 is the average product and 90 minus 50, that is 40 is the marginal product. This is the first stage. In this first stage, total product increases at an increasing rate, average and marginal product also increases. That is the stage of increasing returns, first stage. Then in the second stage, 4 units of labor used, 120 is the total product, 120 divided by 4, 30 is the average product and 120 minus 90 is 90, 30. 30 is the marginal product. In this stage, the starting of second stage, AP and MP will be equal because What is the reason behind that? Then AP, here AP is constant. That's why MP and AP will be equal in this stage. Okay. Then 5 units of labor used in the production process, 140 is the total product, and 140 divided by 528 is the average product. 140 minus 20, that is 20, is the marginal product. Okay. Then 6 units of labor used in the production process, 150 is the total product. 150 divided by 6, 25 is the average product. Then 150 minus 130, 10 is the marginal product. Okay. Then 7 units of labor used, total product is 150. In this stage, total product is constant. There is no change. Correct only 150, again 150 only. Then 150 divided by 7, 21.4 is the marginal product. And 150 minus 150, 0 is the marginal product. Okay. What's the reason behind that? When total product is constant, marginal product will become 0. Okay. There will be no difference. Correct only. That's why we got 0 in this stage, marginal product. Okay. Then that is the stage of decreasing returns in the second stage. That is the second stage. Then average total product increases, but at a diminishing rate or decreasing rate, slow growth only in the total product. Okay. That's why average and marginal product decreases. Okay. Then when total product is constant, marginal product is 0. This is the second stage of decreasing or diminishing returns. Okay. Then last stage, 8 units of output labor units used. Then TP is 140. TP is 140. 140 divided by 8, 17.5 is AP. Then 140 minus 150. 140 minus 150. 140 minus 150, then minus 10 we got for marginal product. When total product starts declining, marginal product will become negative. When total product starts declining, marginal product will become negative. This is the stage of negative returns. This is the stage of negative returns. Okay. Then these are the 3 stages. We have to explain the diagram also. Okay. In this diagram, x-axis represents labor units and y-axis represents TP, AP and MP. We have 3 curves, TP, AP and MP. TP is the total product curve, AP is the average product curve and MP is the marginal product curve. And we have 3 stages to explain this law. In the first stage, TP increases at an increasing rate. Okay. Then steady growth. TP increases at an increasing rate. Then AP and MP will also increases. That is the stage of increasing returns. Okay. Then in the second stage, this is the stage of second stage. In the starting of second stage, AP and MP will be equal here. Okay. Then TP increases at a diminishing rate or decreasing rate. We can see the slow growth only. Then AP and MP will decreases in the second stage. Okay. So this is the stage of decreasing returns. And third stage. In the third stage, starting of third stage or end of the second stage, total product will become maximum and constant. Here total product is constant. Then average product is declining. Marginal product touches the origin. Marginal product curve touches the origin. That means marginal product is 0. When total product is maximum, marginal product will become 0 here. Okay. Then after that, in the starting of third stage, total product starts declining. Total product declined. Okay. Then marginal product will become negative, below 0. That means negative, less than 0, marginal product. Okay. That is negative. That is the stage of negative returns. Okay. Then AP also decreases only in this stage. Okay. That is the stage of negative returns. Okay. The first stage, TP increases at an increasing rate. AP and MP also increases. That is the stage of increasing returns. In the second stage, TP increases but at a diminishing or decreasing rate only, and AP and MP also decreases. That's why the stage of decreasing returns. That is the stage of second. And at the end of the second stage, TP is maximum. When TP is maximum, MP will become 0 here. Then when TP starts declining in the third stage, then AP decreases and MP will become negative. That is the stage of negative returns. These are the 3 stages. Okay. We have to explain this table and diagram for the law. Okay. Okay then. Thank you. Thanks a lot.